My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We are the inventor of the Supreme Ambient Light Rejection 12, our Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Exotic 15, and the Advanced Ambient Light Rejection 17. All right, so I have in here, this is one the gaming room. I usually do a lot of demonstrations in here. I was going to do a paint on demonstration of the black silver, but I decided to do that for tomorrow, along with doing a side-by-side the pink, the unicorn screen next to an elite white screen. All right, so in here in the gaming room, I have a 135-inch screen that is coated with the Supreme 12 black technology. And this screen is hooked up to my Chrissy 505 projector right there. And then over here we have the wallpaper projection screen using also too the Supreme Black 12 technology. And over here I have my mini projector set up. This is the, oops, keep forgetting I gotta cover this up a little bit because I have my information on there. Put this over here like this, like so. Okay, there we go. My key codes are on there. So this is a little mini ThinkPad. I got to put the link up here for you guys. This projector was, this computer was $123. It did come with a Wi-Fi wireless adapter, so I can run it completely wireless, which I love that part right there. Easy to hook up, plug in and play. There's no disk drive on it. It's just a little mini computer, and it is running Windows 10. It runs Windows 10 perfectly on it. I didn't want a big old bulky keyboard attached to it, so let me grab one of these real quick so I can cover up my key codes real quick. There we go. Cover that up. So I didn't want a big old bulky keyboard with it, so I went with this remote control right here. This actually operates the computer. Keyboard is on the other side. Very easy to use. It's like texting on a cell phone. I love this thing. It's actually wonderful. I got this for around 18 bucks on Amazon. I'm sorry, Samuel. I don't know what language you're speaking, but I only speak English. Sorry about that. So this is a fantastic, I got several other remote controls, but this is the one I actually chose right here. That's the name of it right there. Like I said, 18 bucks. If you don't want to use your keyboard and mouse, you want to set it up like kind of like a fire stick. It's like a giant fire stick. Then you could set up this little contraption right here. So like I said, $18 for remote control, and this is $123 right here. So there's no HDMI ports. You're definitely not hooking up a graphic card to this. So it comes with what it comes with, and like I said, I'll have the information so you can order one for yourself if you're interested in getting yourself a nice little small computer. Now I have on this, I have my Hulu account, Netflix account, and of course YouTube TV. I actually purchased that today for this right here, the little box right here. Now over here for my projector cost me $54. I got this used on Amazon, not Amazon, sorry, eBay. I got this used on eBay. This is an 1800 lumen optimum projector, DLP, portable. This thing is nice, it's lightweight, doesn't make any noise at all. The heat disperses from, the heck was that? Hold on for a minute. When I have other things playing throughout my house.
It feels so good.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where the noise is coming from. Gotta go back to the fish. The security, but this is the blackout cloth. The blackout, pre-coated blackout cloth that we sell. This is that technology. We'll talk about that another time. This is the one that actually is acoustic, so I have my speakers sitting behind the back of that bad boy right here. 720p projector. And this is the acoustic pre-coated blackout cloth. I heard that going off in the back. I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck is going on? All right, let's get back to this real quick. All right, so this projector right here is 1800 lumens right here. I got this for $54. I'm looking to get another one, probably a little higher model. Hopefully they got one with HDMI ports on the back. It would be pretty nice. But this one, the reason why I had to get the computer for it was because when I tried to run the adapter for it to convert it over to HDMI, it wouldn't read at all, period. So it wasn't reading. And I didn't want a big old bulky computer like this. Is a small one I have. These are the smallest ones we have here in the house. That would have been too big. So this right here is perfect. It's something I can put into a bag or throw in that bag right there with this all together. And I'm actually going to go out and buy a smaller battery generator. I got a big one coming in for the projector downstairs, but I'm going to buy a much smaller one, a portable one, so I can pack all this up and take it with me anywhere I want and watch a good movie in the park or wherever I want to set up at. All right, so on this screen, both of these are using 12 technology. This is going to hit with 1800 lumens. This is going to hit with 5000 lumens. This is the projector I chose to use in here for my gaming projector. I went with a Christie 505. This is the big boy right here, 5000 lumens. And this projector has something pretty interesting. It actually has what they call it, I call it extreme lens shift. That's what I call it. What I mean by extreme lens shift, most of these projectors, like this one right here, this has lens shift on it, so dials right here and here. I can only lens shift it to a certain degree. So if I move my screen, I can only move it to a certain degree, up and down. On the other hand, this one, I can actually move my image from my screen all the way up to my ceiling and bring it all the way down here, bring it right down to the floor. I freaking love that part right there. All right, so let's fire these up and get this going. We'll start off with this one right here. Turn on my computer right there. And that is going to hit the screen over there. Not the whole screen, some of the screen, but not the whole screen. So I'm looking at getting myself, I want one of these, but I want it in a short throw. Oh, my logo popping up. Where's my stand at? Because I want to be holding this the entire time. I had a little more in there somewhere. So there's the computer right there. And I'm going to go over to my wireless unit right here, so I don't have to worry about all that nonsense. Let me see. Here's my mouse coming up. And I was going to ask for my password, which I'm typing right here. I'm just flip this around. I'm going to type it in. Let's see. Oops, wrong button. See? All right. There we go. It's going to ask me a whole bunch of dumb nonsense, which I don't need this mess. I got to get rid of this because, like I said, I just set this up yesterday. Okay, don't need that. Blah, 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 blah. Don't worry about that. That's nothing. Don't need that. Let's get rid of that. And I got my Stormtrooper up there. Now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to grab from here. As a matter of fact, you know what? I just need to tap this right here. Double tap this. I don't need that right there. I'll get rid of that. I don't need that. I'm just going to double tap this right here. So pretty much all you got to do is when you go to the icons, just double tap OK. Hit that twice, and that'll bring up whatever you need to bring up. Usually you have to hit the backspace and then hit open, but this one you just double click. There we go. And let's go over to YouTube right now. We'll pop in YouTube. Okay, let me see. Now, when you want to scroll down, you just hit down right here. This will allow you to scroll down. I love this remote control. So we'll hit something just to run for the time being. We want to play. I've done so many videos on so much stuff. All right. The only thing I have to do is get my speakers. I have to get my speakers, so that's basically about it. That's what I need my speakers. I'll get those next. Let's scroll down. There we go. All right, that's again. Got to get used to the whole remote control with the mouse. I am not used to using the controller. There we go. I got to get used to that. I'm used to using that click, 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 click with the mouse over and down with. go. Now we got that running. We'll let that play in the background right there. That's good to go. What do we have as the front? Let's see. What they're asking for. Set a default browser. Yeah, it says a default browser. I need the default browser. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Chrome isn't your default browser. Okay, then we need to set it as my default browser right there. Okay, but we went through all that already. Woo! That's personal information or what popping up there. Okay, we'll get to this later because right now I'll deal with this later. I didn't have time to fully set this thing up. Well, I'm really gonna have to get used to that whole point and mouse click thing. I'm not used to that at all. All right, so let's get the big boy fired up. This one's already done. And we'll get the big boy fired up. This is the one I should have bought 2 of these, but I bought 1. Big mistake. Should have bought 2 of them. The guy had them for like $560 with the remote control, and I bought 1. That was a bad mistake. Now, when I go to find one, everybody wants $1,000 for them. Let me see. Cut that off. Yeah. Let me see. Remote control for the PS system. Should be over here. Yeah, it's been on there for a minute. So that'll be coming on in a few minutes. Put you guys right over there for that one. Finally, I got some privacy. Whew. I mean, like I said, I got nice curtains. Light will still travel through with no problem, but I got that privacy because, man, every time I fire the thing up, I'm watching somebody's lights going next door, right, watching my screen. It's spooky and creepy at the same time. What do we have running? Oh, soundbar is running through. Oh, it's running through that setup over there. Yeah, I want that set up the soundbar over here. Let's see what we got running through our soundbar. And we have what lights? Right here. Got you. Hold on. Right there. it or not, I hardly ever use this screen in here for gaming. I'm usually in the Japanese tea room. I'm usually in there playing on that screen. That's what I'm on the most. No, so that's the point I'm putting across that, because I have a 5,000 lumen Christie over top of my head. It's not the caliber of the projector that makes the screen, because over here, like I said, from this distance from here to here, we have over here a 1800 lumen projector right there, and then the one behind me is a 5,000, and it's both the same technology. It's both using black technology. And I'll show you that lens shift capability what these projectors have, which is freaking insane, because like I said, if I had mounted this projector on this shelf, we would have had some issues, because this projector literally has to sit right here, probably a little farther down, in order to fill out that screen from this distance. So there is nowhere in the world I would be able to mount it up there, because it would hit the ceiling and I wouldn't be able to bring it all the way down in order to connect with the screen. So this is what they call, and the projector I have downstairs, both of those big boy Christies I have downstairs have that capability to be able to take take the lens shift and throw it all the way out of focus off the screen onto the ceiling. So let me see. Let me grab that real quick. The lens shift right there. It's going to trigger the lights. It always does. See what I mean? So if I set this projector up right with that one right there, even though it has lens shift, it'll pull this off. This is what I would have got. And the beautiful thing about this is the fact that this and lens shift is the fact that usually when you get ready to mount your projector, you're going to have to tilt it so it actually fits right against the screen. You have to tilt it just right so it lands against the screen. Then you're going to have to keystone it in. But with this technology, I can leave my projector flat. And all I have to do is just come in and just lens shift it from the ceiling right onto the screen automatically. So, and then adjust it back and forth where I want it to go. So let's go in here and just go back. That's it. That's why I like venue projectors. There's a reason why. Because, oh, venue projectors are garbage. Oh, no, they're not. Venue projectors can do things that your everyday home theater projectors will never be able to do. Can't do that with an everyday home theater projector. Now you're going to have a problem. Unless you're going to spend a little money, you have to spend that extra dough in order to get that option in there. And then on the top of these projectors have picture-in-picture, this firmware, so I can actually link the projectors together to make multiple screens, all that craziness. All right, so let's come out of this right here. And let's grab my door. At least my LED lights went back on. All right. There we go. Now we got both screens at the same time. I'm not having any connection issues in here. Usually never have in here. Ugh. So I gotta figure out, I was gonna try to put an ultra short throw on the other screen, the wallpaper screen, but that wasn't happening. Or I might have to reset some stuff on my PS system. Turn to the side for a minute. That's personal information. It's going to be popping up in about a few minutes. Can't allow you to see that. Sorry. Sometimes I have to reset my Wi-Fi signal. That's what I said. With having a screen in every room, my environment's changed. So the lighting in every room that I walk into, the environment changes. So that's the good thing about it. You know, I get to test my screen in different environments. And you, like I said, if you have real good quality product, you should be able to walk about your house with all your screens fired up. Whether they be 5,000 lumens or 1,800, it should still fire up. Right, there we go. Back in business. There we go. SML mouse movies. I gotta watch this right here. I like this right there. I'm gonna watch that tonight. Let me see what we got going on here. Sounds like the music from Minecraft a little bit. Even though my house is detached, I still got neighbors and this thing does travel a bit. All right. What's this right here? Why the black technology and the lumens is fantastic. Like I said, it's the darkest screen we make, but the 12 sells the highest. Something about the 12 that people like. PC on my wallpaper screen. Now, for those of you who want to see what the lights out, I'm gonna throw the globes on. This is a Christie 5000 lumen outdated projector. They stopped manufacturing these in 2012. Price tag for my projector only cost me $560. But because it's being projected on black technology, what we developed, you make 720p's look incredible. This is a full 1080p projector, 1920 by 1200. And it makes that thing look flawless. So instead of you spending $3,000 or $4,000 for a projector, $560, even $1,000 still come out a lot cheaper. Like I said, I do a lot of my demonstrations with the lights on. These things with the lights off look insane.
Extra cheesy, extra tangy, extra fierce.
Cheese up.
In the background. It's rare that I show a 12 volt in the dark. This is a screen flex. Like I said, if I want to do demonstrations with the lights out, that's easy. Technology looks amazing with the lights on. Lights off, it's a whole nother world. And that's on my $130 sound system that I got from Amazon, by the way. 130 bucks. Man, I don't believe in going out and spending all this money for a whole lot of stuff you don't need. It's all about saving a dollar. That's what it comes down to. Let me see, let's go over to... Oh, I forgot, do we have the which one hooked up? Yeah, we got it hooked up. 4K demonstrations. I forgot we got the camera hooked up. No, they completely butchered it. I'm just better off just writing it in myself. Let's go with no. Let's go to something else. Let's use this instead. And then over here, for those you want to know, that is an 1800 lumen portable projector that's firing off on a black screen, and we got 5,000 on the other end. Let's see, 8K demonstrations. Now remember, the campaign that was started about 12s, but they were so dark you couldn't see the screen. So you got to keep in mind how many people try to take a 12 down. You're not taking that screen. Like I said, this is God's knowledge, God's capability. This is what He blessed me to be able to do every day. take it off to 18 for a minute, and we're gonna look at this screen right here, head on. Now, the reason why it was important for me to hook up to 1800 lumens is because, like I said, it cuts down on the naysayers. I hate to bring them up, but it does cut down on them, because the first thing they'll say is, well, the reason why your screen is coming up so bright because you got a 5,000 lumen projector. Not understanding the fact that in order for the 12, in order to earn its label, it had to do that 13 feet at 1,000 lumens outside, which means this screen was able to produce that image outside in order to earn that label. Now, if it could do 1,000 lumens outside at 13 feet, what makes you think it's going to struggle at even 1800 lumens or even 1,000 lumens, which we use downstairs in demonstrations on the 235.1 at 1,000 lumens, and that screen will still pick up. So that's why I had the 1800 lumen projector here, the mini setup over there, you can see right there with 1800 lumens, and then we had the 5,000. This projector over here cost me $54, and the one over top me cost me $560. That light flickers a bit, it does. I think one of the lamps are about to go. So I'm gonna have to change light bulbs out tomorrow. For the environment, the screen's still maintaining a nice bright image. Let's go over to yeah, I'm about to remove all of them. I think one of the lights are about to go. The lights have been here before I moved here. I should have changed them out anyway. J. Surprised I don't have that in there. J and K, 4K. Completely butchered it. Literally completely butchered the daylights out of it, I swear. What's the point of having the voice recognition on here if it doesn't even understand what the freak you're saying to begin with? Like, why even have it on here? It's just pointless. I love for the individuals who, when Xbox came out and it was voice command, people had their gamer tags was Xbox off. I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let me see space. I need the symbols to pop up. Thank you. Let's see what we got going on there. We need J and K. Space. J and K. Oh, please. I'm going to see if I can run my key. I know for a fact that the PS4 does adapt keyboards. I wonder if I can run my remote control through there. I'm curious. Because that would be really nice. I'm going to try that tonight. Let's see. J and K. And then you got to put a space and you got to put another 4 and then K. That should bring it up for what I want. 4. And then it's still not reading from here. Okay, so let's put the K in there. And that should bring it up. And we have to hit search. There we go. It's a little Let's bring those white levels up. How the screen's going to react. I like to bring up the models. All right, let's see, bring it over here, bring it there. So you can see how white levels pop up on a black screen. See? 12s, as I said before, have coding in them to heighten the white levels. So the screen can bring up a much brighter white level. And all that time, like I said, individuals out there angry over the technology. So the best way to take down a 12 was to slander it and make it believe that it couldn't produce an image. Yeah, I never could understand that, why people do that. You know all my videos are done live, right? Like, there's no way for me to fake this. Like, it's all in real time. I don't get that part, I really don't. All right, let's do the treat with the lights out. Because like I said, I really do lights out demonstrations. And I think I'm just going to do the rest of this demonstration with the lights out. For those who've been asking me, lights out, lights out. I think we got enough demonstrations with lights on. What do you think? Yeah, we do. All right.
People who come to YouTube for ASMR.
right there on 1800 lumens right there. Some people ask me, what are my favorite screens? They would be black. I love contrast. I love that deep, dark, rich black level. I just wanted to add real quick, that's a 1080p projector. That one over there is only 720p right there. That's a 720p projector. So, you know, I tell people that 720p's look amazing on the screen. Yeah, that's a 720p projector right there on a wallpaper screen. Running off that mini projector over there that I paid $54 for. Let's go to the fire breathing. That's the fire breathing. And this projector over here only has, I think, a 3,000 to 1 contrast. It really doesn't make a difference what your contrast level is. The screen's black, doesn't make a difference. You could have a 200 to 1, doesn't make a difference. Your contrast level is going to be flawless. This screen here too also in there. See, that's pretty easy to do because it's a black screen. Let's make it a little bit more challenging. Let's go over to let's see. No, I'm way off on that one. But okay. That's gotta work. Okay, so I put H in there. Okay with that. Space and then. Like I said, it's easy to do the contrast level with black screens. We have to display the white levels. how blue the water looks, skin tone. Look how jet black her hair looks. In order for the rest of the colors to pop up, everything required a certain height when it comes to white levels. Without it, the screen comes up too dark and you won't be able to see it at all. You know, it's really hard for me to do this demonstration, right? I mean, it's really hard for me. I'm kind of struggling not to turn the lights on. It's really, because kind of defeats the purpose of what our technology is designed for. But like I said, when people have been asking me, where's like the lights out? I'm doing this for you guys who want to see what the lights out with the technology. But like I said, doesn't make a difference. This projector is 5,000 lumens. It's 1,800 lumens. And you can see how the white levels pop up on there. And here we got 5,000. So lumen doesn't really make a difference at all. That's what I love about this. The fact that, like I said, we do a lot of demonstrations with the lights on because I know those are areas that other projection screens just will not go. They won't go in there and with the lights on. But if we happen to, and not to be bragging here or anything, if I happen to just step into your world of all darkness, this screen is actually insane. We just don't choose to go there because there's just no point, because there's no challenge in the dark for us. Our challenge comes from being in fully lit environments. That's where my challenge comes from. But being in the dark, that's an easy. See how blue that ocean looks? Without calibrating, without 4K, without lasers and ultra short throws and all that. Don't need a high-tech projector.
Another weekend road trip. Is that redefining the word road?
Now match for the color looks. You see how deep blue that ocean looks? That's how it's supposed to look. Like I said, I've seen setups in the dark, and I could tell where the image was just colors are fading like crazy because the projector can't see the color properly. And that's where people tell you, well, if you're going to get that color, you got to calibrate. I've never calibrated a projector a day in my life. This is what you're supposed to be picking up. For those of you who have dedicated home theaters, it's supposed to look like a TV. It's not to brag or anything, but like I said, we just don't choose. So people say, "Well, you're afraid to do a demonstration with the lights off." Are you kidding me? We do demonstrations outside. If I'm doing demonstrations outside and I'm producing a beautiful image that you can see at a 190-degree viewing angle, what do you think this thing's going to look like if you take it out inside and you turn out the lights? If I'm using 720p and 1080p projectors, what do you think this thing's going to look like if you hit it with a 4K? There you go. Just like when I show you the different color screens we do, and I show you how bone white's supposed to come out. It's supposed to be bone white. It's impossible for this technology to have ever produced an image so dark you couldn't see it. See, this is where we play. Lights on. This is where I like to be at. That's why when someone says, "Hey, turn the lights on," I go, "Man, it's too easy." We don't do that. It's way too easy. That's the reason why. It's too easy. There's the 1800 lumen projector right there. And there's the 5000 lumen Christie behind me. See that? You can see the individual, well, I don't know what that is on the dog's nose, but you can see the dog's nose, the individual cracks he has in his nose right there. And look how black the back of the screen is. Nothing fades, nothing washes out on that screen. You see the detail in that contrast. That's why I say, it's messed up when you worked years, and I mean years working on black technology. It wasn't something that was developed overnight. It took years to make this stuff. It took trial and error like you wouldn't believe. You go back and check some of my old YouTube videos. I go back all the way back to 2014 on working on black technology. And when you've been working that long at something and plugging away at trying to advance it, make it better than what it is, make it better, take it to the next level, make it better and better and better. And as you work with your Lord and Savior, which I give God credit for everything, and He gives you the ability and understanding how to do this, you know what I mean, to get it to a point where you can master your craft, where now we can just change the code inside the formula to get it to react the way we want it to react. But it bothers me, and it does bother me, and I don't think about it anymore now, but it does bother me when you work hard and you got people out there that just constantly, and I mean constantly, trying to tear down what you've built. And at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't discourage me. It doesn't make me upset. It makes those individuals look bad because every time they'll come out and try to tear down my technology, I just keep advancing. I just keep getting better and better. The technology just keeps advancing to the next level. Because like I said, I put my trust in God. And because I put my trust in God and my knowledge comes from Him, there is no way I could ever fail. And I'll tell you that. I have that much confidence in my Lord that I cannot fail at my technology because I put all my trust in Him, not myself, Him. This is the reason why this is in 2012, no, in 2012 when I started off, I would have never thought that I'd ever had black technology on this level. When I first got that first black dot sample sheet in my hand and I saw what that thing did to my light gray screen paints I was developing, yeah, I made light gray screen paint. My company used to be Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. When I first started off, when I first saw that technology, where it blew up on my screen, it just gave me a whole new different way of seeing things. And instead of me sitting there and just hating on this company, I learned to harness my craft to get to the point where I can basically either have a screen that was matching theirs or blacker and better. And now, many years later, we have this technology. So like I said, it doesn't bother me at the end of the day when I have people who try to constantly tear down what I do. It doesn't bother me at all because like I said, at the end of the day, my table will always stay blessed as God has always blessed me to have things that I need, and my technology will keep advancing until the day I decide that I retire. But until then, it's just going to get even more advanced and more better, and the prices are going to be reasonable where everybody can afford them. That's the whole point of it all, is to make something that everybody can afford. I mean, I can easily sell out to a company with no problem. I can easily make the big dollars, drive a nice big car, big fancy house, the whole 9 yards, but at the end of the day, I'll be just like them. And that's something I don't want to be. Like I said, to the naysayers out there, at the end of the day, no matter what you say about me, I'm a scammer or I'm this, that, and the other, I don't hate you. I feel sorry for you. That's what I do. I really do feel sorry for you. You can take that wasted time and go do something positive with it, But like I said, God doesn't bless those who do wicked things. All right, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I got to get ready for some new stuff we got coming in. Actually, I'm going to be doing a manual pull down screen. I had a few people ask me about painting those, so we're going to do a manual pull down screen. And we're going to be working on coating some other materials also. All right. Let's see. What's the best paint for the LG Ultra Short Throw 1500 lumens? Ah, man, we can have a ball with that one right there. I got to get one of those projectors. I know some people ask me something about those projectors. You can go with the black silvers. I was going to do a demonstration on the black silver, but I just didn't have time to do it today. Black silvers would show up excellent on that because black silvers can pull a contrast level. Next to a black screen, they look black when they pull contrast, but they pull up very high white levels. I would definitely do it with a black silver. I'm going to have to get myself a low lumen ultra short throw. I think I'm going to eBay and do some shopping tonight. I'm not going to be able to get the Sunbeam. That thing's way too expensive, but I'll be able to get something like an ultra short though, low lumen, so we can do some demonstrations off the black silver, hopefully tomorrow. All right, with that being said, if you have any questions, just email me, and like I said, I'll go from there. But yeah, I would definitely use the black silver for that one. Especially if you're using the Valvo projector. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of that projector, but I would definitely use it with the black silver. All right, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I have to go. I am definitely going to put the link. I do apologize about not putting the link in for the $123 mini computer over there, which is quite nice to have. It's cool and it's wireless. I mean, that's fantastic. And you can just tuck that thing anywhere. Little tiny fans on it, doesn't make any noise whatsoever. I mean, it is freaking cool. So I got to put that link up there for you guys. It does have Windows 10 if you wanted to know about that. And I'll put the link where you can get the remote control to operate it. You know what I mean? Like a little set-top box. All right, people. With that being said, I haven't even tried gaming on it yet. With that being said, thank you for your time. I have to go and God bless.